So I am starting here on my silhouette because I would like to do one of the single line sketch files, and I wanted to do a bit of gold foiling on it. And in order to do what I have in mind, I'm going to need to make use of the registration marks. So what I want to do is I always like to try to maximize the space on the page. So I always move the left, top, and right inset as far as left as they can go, so I can um, really space out as much as I can on the page. The important thing to not touch is the bottom inset right here, because that is where you tend to have print and cut errors when you start messing with the bottom inset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge in the painted bunny painting eggs cut file. This is the one that I want to use, and I want to use the bunny painting eggs with the offset, and I want the SVG. So I'm going to double click on that, and I think this is so cute. I'm so excited. Whoops, to use this as a part of my scrapbook page. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab this whole box and I'm going to bring it down to my corner, but I'm going to be mindful of the cut lines. So I have the registration marks on, and I also have down here the show cut border selected because I'm going to need that cut border for when I use the gold foil pen, and also because I really want to try to make a bit of a peekaboo pocket with part of this offset, so I'm also going to need that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select and I'm going to shrink this down, and I think I want it to be about that big. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it over just a smidgen more, smidgen closer to the cut border. And then that looks good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife tool. And actually, you know what? I'm going to move this image because I know myself and I do not want to accidentally mess up that beautiful file. Now I'm going to grab the knife tool and I am going to slice into the corner here. And I'm going to do the same thing and slice into the corner here. So it looks like I just have kind of like an egg-shaped dome. There we go. And let's see if that worked. Yes, perfect. So I just want the egg-shaped dome because I kind of want like a little peekaboo pocket slice there that I can tuck paper or what have you behind it. I'm not exactly sure where my mind is taking me, but this is the direction that I want to go. Additionally, what I'm going to do is I want a few more foiled elements around my page. So I'm going to ungroup or release the compound path of this design. Oops, here we go. And then I'm going to move the dome out of the way because I want the bumblebee. I want all the bits of this adorable bumblebee, and I'm going to make a compound path, and then I'm going to copy it or duplicate it, and I'm going to move it out of the way because I want this to be duplicated in various spots in my on my page. And okay, I just wanted to get it a little bit out of the way there, and it's going very slowly, but I know myself and I have messed up these kinds of things before, so I'd rather be slow and steady wins the race. And there we go. Now that it's out of the way, I can kind of take it and move it about. And I would like to do the same thing with this adorable butterfly. Oh my god, it's so precious. I love it so much. And again, I'm going to make compound path. I'm going to copy paste to duplicate it. That one kind of pasted out of the way, not on top of the file, so I'm going to take that bit there. And let's see here. I'm gonna put a B here. Like I said, I'm not terribly certain of how I want it all to look, and so some of this might get covered up. We'll see. Sometimes you run the risk of doing that when you're doing these kinds of projects. And remember, this is going to come back down. And I like this bee, and I like this, I'm not bee, butterfly. I'm going to just keep copy pasting. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip horizontally. So he is now fluttering the other direction. So cute. Love it. Kind of have a little bit here and there. I'm definitely going for a left to right kind of diagonal edge a little bit, but I'm also thinking of putting 3 4x6 photos on here, so I know that's going to take him some space, and I'm definitely okay with that. I'm going to move him over here. Very cute. Maybe him will be over here. In the corner. Maybe not. Maybe he will be. I don't know. All right, let me take this out of the way. And then I'm just going to make all of this a compound path again. So it moves as one single unit. And then I'm going to take him and I'm going to put him right back where he was on top. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a different line color because I think that will be helpful for me when I am actually foiling and then cutting this out. And you know what? I'm going to, I'll make it a darker blue. There we go. All right. And I feel like he's lonely. He needs some friends. So I'm going to duplicate my little cluster over here of gold foil business. All right. So I am going to set up my mat. All right, so here I am, and I'm loading my now set up magnet mat on my Silhouette Cameo. As you can see, I just had to move the magnets a little bit because sometimes there can be a little bit of interference with the rollers, so just a little bit of a heads up with that. Also, you don't need the magnet mat. I think it's just kind of helpful tool. You can totally just set it up on your regular cutting mat with some washi tape, and I think the trick really is just to smooth out the wrinkles so you get a nice clean foil. Here we are at my craft desk, and I have already cut out the egg arch, and the foiling is complete. And I think it's so cute how it all came out. Here are my 3 pictures, and I did fuss around quite a lot trying to figure out the placement that I liked the most. And this is what I ended up with. Here I kind of did a bit of a stash dive, and I have some ephemera pieces from Doodlebug. I also pulled in some pattern paper from a pad that I could not even tell you what the name of it was called. It's been in my stash for quite some time, from Michael's, like 180 sheet pack kind of thing that I've had forever. And then I do have some brads and some stickers, again from I couldn't even tell you when. I've had those brads and stickers. They've just been in my stash, and the colors worked well together, so I pulled it all together to use. I'm really happy with how everything came out. I think the bunny and the little painted bunny pieces and foil pieces came out so great. Here you can see some close-ups. I just love the delicate detailing, and I love the way that the foil came out. I ended up using rose gold foil just because it struck my fancy, and I am really happy with the final layout. So I really encourage you guys to head on over to the Printable Cuttable Creatables website and give it a try yourself. Bye guys!